Residents in Weir, Kansas are dealing with issues when it comes to their trash service. So much so that the city is now having to pick up the slack. I'm Anthony Saviello. I'll have more coming up.
Plus, the 4-H program in Cherokee County gets a financial boost for building improvements and kids in my summer recreational program.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Breaking news out of Parsons, Kansas. Authorities have taken multiple people to the hospital after a house fire. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Firefighters responded to that fire just after 3:30 this afternoon. The police department says multiple victims have been transported by air flight to Tulsa. Those victims include children. The fire is on the 300 block of South 22nd Street. Authorities have reopened roads in that area, but drivers should remain cautious. The police department calls this a multi-agency investigation, and police say a man has been arrested on an unrelated warrant. We're going to let you know if we get additional information before the end of this broadcast. Frustration concerning trash service. The city of Weir, Kansas says they have long had delays in service from one of the sanitation companies, and now they have to dish out money to keep the streets clean. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
It's happened more than once, them being late, and of course, you know, you can't have bags laying around town. You know, you have stray dogs that might, you know, get in the trash and strew it all over the place, and I don't want that for my town.
Card's trash service is one of 4 that residents in Weir have to choose from, and it's the only one residents are having a problem with. Have you had any issues with any of your other 3 services at all?
We have not. We have not.
However, the overflow of trash has gotten so out of hand, the city now has to pick up the tab.
We went ahead and got arrangements to get a roll-off where our residents can get rid of their overflowing trash so we don't get it all over our streets. Some people are laying bags next to their bins because they're full.
Mayor of Weir, Joe Tavanero, says he hopes to see a change for his town.
I hope they meet their obligations. If they say they're going to come and pick up on Wednesday, you know, I hope to see them here on Wednesdays picking up the trash.
The dumpster will still be available for residents this Friday. However, it is not a permanent solution. So if residents continue to have to wait for service, they may have to seek other solutions, including changing the service that's provided to them. Reporting in Weir, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Now, the last time we covered issues with Card's trash service, we reached out with additional questions for the company. We still have not received a response. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Yeah, it actually turned out to be a nice one for us today. Temperatures pretty good as we went into low to mid 80s for afternoon highs. Of course, we had some showers and thunderstorms last night into the morning hours, but since that point in time, we have looked pretty good. 78 Lamar, 78 Neosho, 80 in Anderson, 80 in Welch. We have Iola sitting at 80 degrees, light northerly wind. The winds are going to stay fairly light as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. So it looks like a pretty good evening. Not much going on, almost crystal clear. Blue skies, entire Central Plains look pretty good. So if you are going to be out throughout the evening hours, we slide back through the 80s, 70s, and then down into the 60s. Now we are going to start to heat up a little bit more over the next couple days. Also some more rain chances. We'll look at that here in just a bit.
See you soon. The Columbus City Council announces it selected Kyle Clark to serve as the next chief of police. Clark is a lifelong resident of Cherokee County who served the police department for more than a decade. He served multiple roles within the department over the years and holds numerous law enforcement professional certifications, as well as a Bachelor of Science degrees in criminal justice and justice studies. He replaces Chief Jason Daniels, who died last month after a battle with cancer. Daniels served that community for more than 20 years. Cherokee County, Kansas 4-H today raised money for building improvements. The organization hosted a barbecue meatball dinner and a silent auction of items including yard games, clothing, home decor, and fresh produce. Officials say the money raised will help update the building's kitchen, provide new bathroom cabinets, new windows, and cabinets for trophies and plaques.
So we're doing a fundraiser to make updates to our 4-H building. This building was built in 1990 by volunteers, and so we just felt like it needed to have some updates done to it. Last year we did this, and we have painted, put new walls up, we did new ceilings and fans, but we're still needing to do some updates to the kitchen and the bathrooms, and then hopefully some new carts for the chairs and tables so that they roll easily.
The city of Miami kicked off camp season this week. The Miami Summer Recreational Program brought the kids out to the Miami Civic Center for a ton of fun and activities. Most of that funds for the summer program will take place at the Civic Center, but kids can also expect some field trips and swimming. Another thing kids can expect, making some new friends.
I hope they just have fun, friendship, and make lots and lots of memories. Having a camp like this where they can come and be with their friends and do the activities that we have planned for this year is going to just, I hope just rocket them into making everlasting friendships.
That program runs through the end of the month. For a full schedule, just go to KOAMNewsNow.com. Hundreds of youth wrestlers hit the mat at NEO for a 3-day camp. Brock Baldridge is going to have that story for us coming up later in sports. But first, a Joplin clinic hits the road to lend a hand to an Oklahoma town still recovering from storm damage. A Joplin medical clinic is sending mobile aid to the community of Enid, Oklahoma as they recover from severe storms. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
The community of Eden, Oklahoma is still recovering from May 19th severe storms. The local clinic, Great Salt Plains Health, building was damaged by high winds and hail, crippling their medical abilities. However, the community of Joplin, Missouri knows a thing or two about recovering from severe weather.
Since we've been through the tornado here, we know what it's like.
Place because of flooding within the clinic from rain, subsequent rain after the hail event, and so just have a big mess in that clinic. So this is going to be extremely helpful to bring care to the Enid area.
Access Family Care in Joplin is sending their mobile medical unit 250 miles west to provide health care in their parking lot. GSP's Health says they can still assist the community while repairing the roof and internal damage.
In the process of getting the roof replaced, and that's after 2 weeks, that's nearly done. Should be done in the next few days. And then the inside damage will take months to repair.
It's going to be as long as they need it. So we got an agreement already for 90 days. If they need longer than that, then we'll just re-up that.
According to Access Family, the mobile medical unit was purchased for situations like this.
CARES Act federal funding that came to some local counties. So McDonald County, Newton County, and Barton County all joined in together, pooled their money to help us purchase this. And this is what it's for. It's for community events and for emergencies.
Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Great Salt Plains Health also has clinics in Canton, Cherokee, and Medford, Oklahoma. A little bit later, Joplin's Aquatic Centers announced some good news for swimmers and families this summer.
Plus, our temperatures warming up a little bit more as we go into the next few days. We'll look at that coming up. Well, of course, it turned out to be a pretty nice day for us today. We did have showers. We had thunderstorms for us last night. Not a ton after midnight, about 1/10 of an inch at the airport in Joplin. For the month, sitting at 3/10 of an inch. For the year, 17.5 inches. We still have a deficit of 2 inches, which is never good going into the summer months, but we are officially out of a drought right now, and hopefully it doesn't sneak back in as we go through the next couple months. Nice shot. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, downtown Joplin, looking off toward the north and to the east. It looks pretty good. Outside, we're sitting at 78 in Nevada, 80 in Carthage, 80 in Anderson, Veneta, 85, 79 Neodesha. Iola is checking in at 80 degrees. And look how the temperature is heating up out to the west, 90s. So we are actually going to warm up a little bit as we go through the next couple days. Outside right now, 81. North winds are light. at about 5. Visibility's looking pretty good. Through the evening, 70s, 60s. We'll bottom out near 60 later on tonight. But clear skies. Had some clouds out there during the morning hours. Those clouds are gone. Not a whole bunch going on across the Central Plains. We have this ridge of high pressure, which is going to keep us looking pretty good as we go into Thursday, also on your Friday. Let me walk you through time. We're going to back down lower 60s for us tonight. A few little clouds, maybe a sprinkle in the morning, and then mostly sunny skies, about 80 by noon. Most of us into the mid 80s once we get into the afternoon hours. Tomorrow night's going to be fine. Clear skies, dropping back near 57, 58, so comfortable night. And then on Friday, a little bit warmer, mid to upper 80s for afternoon highs. Friday night, we get some changes. We have some thunderstorms that will develop out across Nebraska, kind of similar to what we had last night, and then drop in. These will have the potential to be strong to possibly severe. So they move in late evening. Here's about 9 p.m. Slide through the region, get into the metro, closer to midnight, press on through, all the way down through Cassville, Table Rock Lake, early Saturday morning, and then we clear out a bit, but we have to watch for more thunderstorms popping up as we get into Saturday afternoon. So that's going to be our next chance for showers and thunderstorms. And if we go down the road just a bit, we're shifting into that summertime pattern. The jet stream's getting weaker, it's shifting farther north, and we're just getting these weak little waves that drop by that give us showers and thunderstorms every few days. So a front kind of hangs out on Sunday, and then as we go into early next week, we dry out and actually cool down with high temps for at least a couple days into the upper 70s. 64 in the morning, 81 by noon, 83 by 4. Let's go with a high temp of 84 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. 86 on Friday. Saturday, 83 with those scattered thunderstorms. 79 on Sunday, 78 on Monday. But overall, looking pretty good. But yeah, we're heading into summer now.
Yes, that means warmer and warmer and a bit less rain as the days progress. Thanks, Doug. City of Joplin wants to remind you the community is offering 2 public swimming locations this summer. Both Schiffer-Decker and Cunningham Aquatic Centers will be open for the season. In addition, park staff has announced family swim dates to provide more options for families visiting the aquatic centers. Family swim is held periodically from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at either, sometimes both, aquatic centers. That's an extension of normal hours to accommodate those busy families like yours. Admission prices, they're the same as for normal business hours. The first family swim night is going to be this coming Friday at both sites. You can find the full schedule for family swim nights at KOAMnewsnow.com. Still ahead, the Kansas City Chiefs agree to our rookie contract with first-round draft pick Xavier Worthy. And NEO hosts their annual youth wrestling camp. Brock Baldridge has those stories and more. It's coming up next.
The Northeastern Oklahoma A&M wrestling team is in the middle of their off-season. This allows the team to spend time this summer by hosting their annual youth wrestling camp. Hundreds of youth wrestlers from all over the 4 states take part in the 3-day camp at NEO Fieldhouse. It gives the opportunity for kids high school age or younger to spend 3 days and 2 nights on the campus to sharpen their skills and face top competition in front of college coaches.
I think it's a good experience for the guys, the campers, and it's definitely a good experience for us to get them on campus, our wrestlers on campus, and let them experience what living in the dorms for a couple days and eating in the cafeteria, lifting, running a little bit, and wrestling a little bit before they actually get here in August to where they can understand if this is really what they want to do or not.
Well, the St. Louis Cardinals come into the day only won 1 of their last 5 games, and despite some of the struggles this season, the Cardinals are only 3 games below 500. Cardinals at Houston taking on an old NL Central rival. Top of the 5th, St. Louis leads 2-0. Alec Burleson ropes this down the line for extra bases. Brendan Donovan scores, and the Redbirds lead 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th now. Yainer Diaz shoots this one the other way into the short porch in right field, and that's going to carry on out here. It leaves the ballpark for a solo home run. Astros make it a 3-1 game. Next batter now, Trey Cabbage sends this one to orbit as this ball's going to land in the bullpen out there. Astros get back in the game after back-to-back solo home runs. It's now only a 3-2 Cardinals lead. Top of the 6th. It's about time this guy gets going. Nolan Arenado hits a rocket into the Crawford boxes for a solo bomb. Cardinals bounce back in the series finale. St. Louis wins 4-2. Over to the American League Central. The Kansas City Royals were originally scheduled to play this game tonight, but it gets postponed due to inclement weather in the Cleveland area. The makeup date is set for August 26th. That series will be part of a future doubleheader. The Joplin Outlaws are off to a hot start this season. Last night's game against Texarkana was postponed due to weather, so Joplin looks to get back on the diamond tonight. Joplin is winners of 4 straight games. They look to make it 5 as they take on the Texarkana Rhinos on the road tonight. This game is scheduled for 7 p.m. We'll have a score update from that game tonight at 10. In NFL news, the Kansas City Chiefs agree to a contract with their 2024 first-round draft choice, Xavier Worthy. He signs a 4-year, $13.8 million deal with a 5th-year option. Worthy is just a rookie, and he was selected as the 28th overall pick by the Chiefs in April out of the University of Texas. So OTAs are just wrapping up. We're on the horizon in minicamp, and before you know it, training camp will be here.
It's exciting. Expectations always sky high for every team, but especially one that's coming off of 2 Super Bowl championships. Yes. And you have Worthy, the fastest guy in football, on the team now. See how that all plays out. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Why the rising temperatures could cause issues for some medications, the people who take them. Plus, we're going to check out some of the D-Day anniversary events all around the globe and how AI tech is helping mourners cope with loss. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Hey, don't forget you can be the first to know about the day's weather with KOAM Skywatch weather app. It's very simple. You can get those severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. Doesn't cost a dime. You'll find it wherever you get your apps. Just search for KOAM Skywatch weather app. Little library patrons in Chanute, Kansas headed down a rabbit hole today. The Chanute Public Library hosted a Mad Hatter Tea Party. Some cute kiddos there. The event featured Mary Berry Tea, and the kids listened to a reading from Alice in Wonderland. Also just had some fun.
What they're hearing, for one thing, because it's an old story. You know, I mean, it's a classic story. I hope they enjoy that. I hope they realize that fun things happen at the library. They can come and they can meet other kids and play with other people, and it's all fun.
This kiddos range in age from 3 to 7. Sure, they did have fun. Weather looking promising for at least a couple of days.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Tonight's going to be fine. We're going to drop back right around 60 degrees. Partly sunny tomorrow to mostly sunny, 84. Warming up a bit, 86 on Friday. We are going to get some thunderstorms in here late Friday night and then into Saturday morning. And then again, a few more popping up late Saturday.
Final sports notes.
Well, the Women's College World Series Finals kick off tonight. Oklahoma faces the University of Texas. So last time these two teams faced each other as Big 12 teams before heading to the SEC, and national championships on the line.
Yeah, this would be nice to see each other again.
Yep.
Time for us to beat them. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.